What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 82, and we start today's episode off with a game against Sporting here away in Portugal. And of course, this is the Europa League semi-final first leg. So coming into this game, the nerves were real because we are so close to reaching our first ever European final, and if we get through these two legs, we will be there. So coming into this game, as you can see by the team I picked, it was of course going to be an unbelievably strong side. There were a couple of absentees coming into the game, but for the most part a very strong team indeed, because I'm just desperate to reach the final. I mean, you know, at the start of the season I said I wanted to reach the quarterfinals, but to actually reach the final would be an incredible achievement. But the first chance did fall to Sporting there, that shot going just wide the post and behind for a goal kick. And then in the 28th minute here, Albin Tozer wins the ball back with a fantastic leaping header. Eventually it comes to Keiko, strikes it from range, and it goes just over the bar and behind. So still 0-0, but a couple of good chances for both sides. And just before the half-time mark here, Ranieri Aguza's on the ball for us and gives it inside towards Keiko. Keiko spreads it out wide towards Ander Kappa. Wonderful piece of pace to keep on going, take the ball past Capel, fake shots, then a heel flick, gets himself inside, but the shot goes over the bar and behind. So what a chance that was, but I couldn't keep the shot down, and it was still 0-0. And 4 minutes after the restart, Sporting come forward here. And as Bellerin gives the ball away, Lopez crosses the ball in. It comes towards Rubio at the far post. And unfortunately for us, Sporting do take the lead in this game just a few minutes after the restart. So the worst possible start to the second half, really. You know, in the first half, it was pretty balanced, to be honest. Both teams looked relatively threatening here and there, but not too much. And then a few minutes after the restart, to concede the first goal of the tie did not feel very good at all. So Diego Rubio gives Sporting the lead here 4 minutes after the restart. Not a good feeling, but from kickoff, we come forward with Keiko finding Tunkara, and Tunkara ends up hitting the post before Sporting clear. Very unfortunate there, but it comes back to Tunkara. Tunkara finds Keiko. Keiko offloads towards Rodriguez. He crosses the ball in, and Tunkara does head the ball in, makes it Sporting 1, Racing Santander 1, but the flag is up for offside and Tunkara has his goal disallowed. So very unfortunate. First he hits the post, then he has a disallowed goal. Tunkara not getting the rub of the green here, and it was still 1-0 to the home side. It was a close decision, really, but the linesman did make the right call. So it was still 1-0 to Sporting in this game, but we were really inspired by that disallowed goal. We started to look a lot more threatening, and in the 64th minute here, Aguza gives it to Tunkara. Tunkara fake shots around Mauricio, gives it back to Ranieri Aguza, and he's denied by a very good save by Rui Patricio. So had it not been for the goalkeeper, had it not been for a bit of, well, a couple of pieces of bad luck there with Tunkara hitting the post and then having a goal disallowed, we certainly would have been on level terms in this game. And from the corner it's cleared away, and Schwartz's strike goes up and over the bar. So still 1-0, but another good chance here in the 11th minute, but this time to Sporting. Sorry, the 11th minute with 11 minutes to go, with Sporting coming forward. Jefferson down the left hand side cuts past Albin Tozer and strikes it, and Ruben Blanco makes a very good save, and eventually we get the danger away. So Sporting were looking for that second goal, but for the most part in the second half it was the majority of the chances coming to us. And as Ander Kappa goes down the right hand side here, it's a lovely little run by him, crosses the ball in, and Delgado hits the post. It then goes across the face of the goal, no one can turn it in. The follow-up cross comes back in, and the Kappa is then denied by a great stop by Rui Patricio, and it's still 1-0 to Sporting in this game. And we just weren't getting the rub of the green. We'd hit the woodwork twice, we'd had a goal disallowed. Patricio, the Sporting goalkeeper, was on fire. We just couldn't seem to get ourselves the away goal we so desperately really wanted. And from the corner, Madran crosses the ball in. Ruben Blanco goes up there to try and cause a bit of a scramble as well. We cross the ball in, it's not really dealt with, the header's cleared off the line, and then the follow-up shot is well saved by Patricio, and Kappa can't turn in the rebound. So final score was Sporting 1, Racing Santander 0. We leave Portugal with nothing, and it was so frustrating because we definitely deserved something from the game. You know, even if we just got ourselves an away goal and ended up drawing the game 1-0, we deserved something, you know, something positive. But to lose the game, to have, you know, a disallowed goal, two times we hit the woodwork, we had the ball clear off the line once, Patricio had a great game, it was unbelievably frustrating. But it does mean that Sporting will have the upper hand going into the reverse leg at El Sardinero, and they also know as well, if they score just one goal, we'll have to score 3 goals due to the away goal ruling. So very frustrating frustrated about that, but we couldn't focus on that. We couldn't dwell on the negatives. We had a big game against Atletico Madrid here back in La Liga, and of course in the last game in La Liga we beat Valencia, a massive win for us and opened up a big gap between 4th and 5th. But coming into this game, we're going to be fighting for 3rd place. You know, as Atletico Madrid come and takes on El Sardinero, we're not out of the race for 3rd place, let alone just finishing in 4th. So we put out a very strong side out there. There was a lot of changes, but it was still a pretty decent side. But unfortunately for us, just 4 minutes in, we would concede. Mandzukic getting the goal, and I faced a lot of players who have a good physical presence in the air on career mode, but Mandzukic has got to be one of the best. He is so hard to stop. He's got a bullet header on him, and he makes it 1-0 to Atletico Madrid 4 minutes in. So the worst possible start for us, but we would equalise here 9 minutes later. Paco Candela getting the goal, and Paco Candela is only 5'6", but he wins this header, puts it past the goalkeeper, and makes it Racing Santander 1, Atletico Madrid 1. So I've been really encouraged with Paco Candela this season. Of course, he does have the potential to be special. He's played most of the games on the left wing for us, and he's a very decent player indeed. He gets his 2nd goal in La Liga this season, and he may not be very quick, but he's technically very good, and he does make it 1-1. So we're back on level terms. In the 29th minute, though, a good chance for Atletico Madrid to get themselves back in front. Pogba finding Mandzukic, and he strikes it, and it's a good save by Ruben Blanco. So still 1-1 in this game, but a good chance for Atletico Madrid there. And in the 32nd minute, again they come forward. It is that man Mandzukic once again, but this time he's denied by Ruben Blanco, and it is still 1-1. So still on level terms in this game. And in the 38th minute here we have a corner, and we are denied by a very good save by Oblak. So both goalkeepers playing pretty well in the first half. And in the 45th minute again, another good chance for Atletico Madrid. Pogba finding Siqueira inside towards Garcia. Garcia turns his man and finds Saiz, who strikes it, and again it's Ruben Blanco making a good save, and Carlos Blanco gets it away. So still 1-1, and it was how the game would finish as well. After a very action-packed first half, nothing really happened in the second half, to be honest. So 1-1 was the final score. We'll take the draw, a very credible result. There's only a couple of games to go in the season now. We are still favourites to finish in the top 4, which, touch wood, we will do so, but I don't know whether we will finish in 3rd place or not. I'm pretty sure Atletico Madrid will probably finish there, which is a bit of a shame, but even so, you know, just qualifying for the Champions League has been our main aim this season, and it looks as though with just a couple games to go we might already be doing it with a game to spare if results go our way. But even so, can't think about that yet, because we've got to think about this game. We take on Sporting for the 3rd and final game of today's episode here, as the Portuguese side do come and take us on here at El Sardinero for the Europa League semi-final 2nd leg. And you know, 3 massive games this season, 3 massive games in this episode alone. Of course, that first leg against Sporting was massive. To lose it was disastrous. The draw against Atletico Madrid, well, it was better. It wasn't exactly what we wanted, but it was a little bit better. So coming into this game, I was desperate for us to get the win, and of course we had to get the win, otherwise we were going out of the Europa League. So coming into this game, really desperate, but it was an interesting game for us, because despite the fact we desperately needed to win the game, I couldn't just go all out attack and do everything we could to get the goals on the board early on, because quite frankly, if Sporting scored, we'd have to score 3 goals due to the away goal ruling. So in this game, I didn't know whether to go to attacking or defending, try and hit them on the break. It was an interesting tactical battle. I did decide to go attacking relatively early on, but depending on how the game was flowing, I was not afraid to go back to defensive if we were struggling, because if we concede a goal here, we're pretty much done. But in the 23rd minute, Sporting did hit the bar. Ruben Blanco had to tip this diverted and deflected cross onto the crossbar there and behind for a corner. So still goalless, but from the corner it's crossed in. It's not really dealt with. Eventually, Viola plays it backwards towards Jefferson. Jefferson tries to pass it inside, as Obiang picks off the pass here. We go on the break. It's a really good chance for us. He keeps on going, plays the ball through towards Perez here. Perez takes it round Lopez, gets a little bit lucky, but keeps on going, ends up fake shotting round him, crossing the ball in, and Keiko's looping header creeps into the bottom corner, and we do get the goal we needed 25.5 minutes in, as Keiko makes it Racing Santander 1, Sporting 0. So we had to score in this game. We had to get ourselves a goal. I really wanted to do it as early as possible to put the cat amongst the pigeons and show we really are in this game and desperate to get through to the final. And that was a brilliant header by Keiko. You can see there's 3 Sporting players trying to head the ball away, yet he beats them all in the air, and the header's perfect as well under pressure. Just creeps into that bottom corner after looping over Patricio, and it's 1-0. So what a lovely goal by Keiko, and we do take the lead. In the 45th minute, Sporting almost got themselves back on level terms on the night, but Ruben Blanco made a good save. And a few minutes after the restart here in the second half, as the score was still 1-0 and 1-1 on aggregate, Keiko comes forward, he gets tackled by his man, but it comes to Perez. Nice little reverse step over, he strikes it, but Patricio makes the save and gets to the rebound rebound attempt as well. So still 1-0 in this game. A few minutes later we had a corner there. Rodriguez crosses the ball in, it's headed away only as far as Obiang, who strikes it, and it goes agonisingly wide and behind for a goal kick. So loads and loads and loads of chances for us to win this game, but of course, as we knew, we kept on putting the pressure on, we kept on piling bodies forward. Sporting would have chances. That was a really good one there for them to get themselves back on level terms on the night and score themselves the away goal that would effectively probably put them through. But in the 88th minute here, Sporting have a chance. Blanco makes the save, and it's a brilliant double save by Blanco as Alventosa gets it away. Sporting sensed blood, they sensed the fear. They were doing everything they could to get themselves an equalising goal on the night and send themselves through to the Europa League final, but instead the game did finish 1-0, and of course that did mean the game would go into extra time, and the first chance of extra time would fall in the 104th minute here as Rodriguez drills on a free kick. It's cleared away and it comes to Obiang. Obiang finds Hector Bellerin, and what a goal this is by Hector Bellerin. Absolutely incredible strike by our right back, starting ahead of Diaz Miguel, and that is just a wonder goal. I mean, we scored a couple of long range goals in this series which have been very nice, but this is without doubt one of the contenders for goal of this series. Incredible strike by Bellerin, and yes, I know shooting this year from range is a little bit overpowered. Goalkeepers seem really just, you know, I guess a little bit unsighted by shots from range this year. I don't know why, they never really react quickly enough to them. Their footwork is usually poor, but take nothing away from that goal. What a superb strike by Hector Bellerin. The right back makes it 2-0 to Racing on the night, 2-1 on aggregate, and as you will see, it was how the game finishes, and Hector Bellerin, the right back, sends us into the Europa League final. So absolutely delighted. What an unlikely hero to have Hector Bellerin scored a winning goal, but we are through to the Europa League final. Absolutely delighted, and the dream season continues. But that's going to end the episode, so as always guys, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like, and I will see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.